does show how diverse Pretoria actually is. People sometimes see the Transvaal and they see the yellow grasses and the rolling hills, but they don't realize that we're not in the Cape, but it's also very diverse. The Waterberg Mountains is an ecotone area, which is it goes over from the bushveld to the grassveld, and here species intermingle and special species exist. So we try to bring that into what we're doing here today. The first tree on that side is your normal carrier. Some people might know it by its old name, Rus lancia, but the name has changed. The genus name of Rus, it's now Cercia lancia. It's a very hardy tree, very culturally significant tree, both in the indigenous cultures and the later cultures. An example, and the professor might agree with me, there was a small civil war in Transvaal, and they signed the peace of that civil war, where only 8 soldiers died between different factions of the Transvaal government, under a carrier tree outside of Brits on the Silkaardsnak Road. So, very special tree. Then on that side we have the African olive. Some might say it doesn't differ at all from a normal olive tree. And there's 2 theories. People think that they came from the Mediterranean area and adapted here, or the other way around, came from Africa and adapted there. Because they make olives, you know, olive oil, everything about olives, but the African olive, some scientists think it's a subspecies. They call it subspecies africana, Ulea europea subspecies africana, but they don't make olives. They make little seeds that have the same genetic material as an olive, but just you can't do anything with it. So, very special tree, a beautiful tree, evergreen, just as Rus lancia. Then up here, we'll see it later, there's a tree, I think it's a very special tree. It's not from this area, but when you have the choice to plant a tree, or any plant for that matter, rather plant something from South Africa. Do not plant alien invasive plants. It's becoming a huge problem in South Africa and indeed in Pretoria. I've actually spotted a few here in the park, and I think it would be a good initiative to start removing them. Anyway, so it's better to plant something from another part of the country, but it's still from here, than an alien invasive. So that tree that we are going to plant there is called the white carrier. It's also a Cercia or a Rus, but it has a different species name, pendulata. And it grows next to the Orange River. It's a very beautiful tree. Some people have suggested that we plant that instead of willows, because they look like willows and they often grow in association with willows. And willows are, contrary to popular belief, also an alien invasive. They're not on the lists because they've been naturalized, and they're not that detrimental as other alien invasives, but rather plant something from here. Okay, then moving on up the hill, you'll see on your right hand side my personal favorite, called the doppiespruin. A very common tree, Papia capensis, I think 2010 was the tree of the year. It's a tree that can nourish birds, small mammals. Basically, if you're really hungry and thirsty, it can even lessen your thirst, because it makes a little fruit it pops open and it has a little red jelly inside of it. That's kind of sour sweet. It's a very nice tree to have when you're walking in the bush and you see a doppiespruin or a jacket plum tree. It's a very beautiful tree as well. And then the last tree that we're going to plant today, a very common tree, but I thought it is a special idea, a special tree to plant here, because we South Africans, and Africans for that matter, love our acacias. It's the monkey thorn of the Alpiesdoorn, and also very suited for this area because of the Alpies River. And it comes from this area. It grows here naturally, endemically. Something about acacia I don't know if people know, but sadly Australia has taken it upon themselves to call their wattles acacia, and acacias in Africa are now known by two different names. The hooked thorn acacias are now called Senegalia. And you can, well, they have the hooked thorns and then they have long inflorescences, elongated. And then the other acacia species, like your sweet thorn sudorum, Acacia carew, is now called Lachilia carew. It sounds something like it comes from the Vatican and not from Africa. I don't know why they did that, but as a type of protest, I thought we were going to plant an acacia and we're going to call it an acacia. Good. And good. So indigenous trees, away with alien invasives, and proudly Pretoria.